Sirius, and I'm here today to talk with Howard. He wants to express his appreciation for Sirius because it allowed his career to be reinvented, and I want to express my appreciation to Howard for taking my dream and making it bigger and better than I could have ever imagined.
So Howard, it's sort of like a mutual admiration going on today.
Total mutual admiration, synergistic. It's two people who have been pioneers in their own area. Howard pioneered talk radio, pioneered mass intimacy. I pioneered satellite technology and allowed satellite technology to reach people in cars. Together, we're a dynamo.
He's got a ton of questions for you. He's been talking about it all week, so...
I'm happy to answer all the questions Howard has. I'm a huge Howard Stern fan, so to me it's an amazing thrill to be able to sit on the couch and talk with Howard and Robin live.
Well, this is pretty fascinating. I was in the halls one day and I ran into the guy who actually invented satellite radio, and then I wasn't even sure what was going on because he was wearing a dress, and then I found out he's now a woman.
He wasn't in a dress.
Yeah, he was. Sure he was. I was there. What are you talking about?
I saw him that same day.
It was a long skirt. You didn't know what you talked. That's Martine right there. Martine, the first time I met you, weren't you wearing a long skirt, like a skirt?
No.
Robin's right.
Didn't have a beard either.
I didn't say you had a beard.
Robin said, I saw his beard, and it's like, come feel me, Robin.
All right. So I was wrong about the beard. You were wrong about the skirt.
And I don't even know. Do you have titties or not?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I do. Yep.
Oh,
there
okay.
they are.
Nice. Here's a gift for you, Howard.
Thank you, Martine. Martine's a super intelligent person who invented satellite radio, and I kind of had this fascinating discussion and invited her to come in.
She's sticking out her tits.
How big are your tits? But, I mean, you're married, though, right? But you're married to a woman?
Yes, 25 years.
Is this the same woman you've always been married to?
Always been married to.
Let me understand something. So you were a dude.
She's right out there.
You were a dude. You married a woman. Then you say to her, hey, I want to be a woman. And she stays with you.
Yes.
And now what goes on in the bedroom?
A lot of fun.
You sleep in the same bed?
Of course.
Never...
Can't even fit a feather between us.
Really?
You got the vagina, right?
Yeah.
Has a guy ever put it in?
No.
Never?
No.
You don't want it?
No.
You don't want some guy to put his penis in your vagina?
No.
You became a lesbian.
I look at myself as a Bina-sexual. My partner's name is Bina. I love her before. I love her during. I love her now. I love her forever.
She's not frustrated?
No, she's very happy.
Wow, that's complicated stuff, man. But you are a genius.
Did you know that your marriage would survive this?
Yes.
You did?
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
She's got to be a little horny, though.
She's sweet. She's a wonderful person.
How often do you have sex?
I don't
get it.
I don't know if your listeners want to know all that.
I want to know.
Forget that.
I'll drag her in here later. I'll get all the answers. So this is a great story. How did you come to invent? First of all, were you like a super genius kid?
No, just a regular person, Howard. I mean, so many ways. I think actually you and I are similar. You just thought outside the box. You saw where the trends were going. I saw that satellite dishes were going to get smaller and smaller and smaller until they could be flat and fit on top of a car.
Wait a second.
I mean, what kind of grades did you get in school? Were you like into the sciences and all that?
I got good grades in school.
Okay.
What were your SATs?
I aimed to get grades in school that were like ASS.
What's that?
Ass.
Exactly. You get a grade for academics and a grade for work habits and cooperation. So I had bad work habits and horrible cooperation, but I got good grades.
What were your SATs? Were they off the charts?
They were good. They were good.
I'm just trying to establish what kind of genius you were.
I think they were like good enough to get into UCLA.
Like what, 1,300?
Yeah, something like that.
So you weren't super genius.
No,
you weren't like a 1,600. Did you ever have an IQ test?
No.
You don't even know what your IQ is?
I have no idea.
No idea. So you're an inventor. You said, hey, I think what I could do is invent small satellites. What did you...
Small satellite dishes. Small satellite dishes that would be so small they could fit on the top of a car.
So how come there's an...
Wow.
You started Sirius Radio. Sirius was the first one,
yes,
right?
Yes, Sirius was the first one and created the whole satellite service.
And how old were you when you created Sirius? How many years ago?
35.
You were 35, so that's...
Had you invented other things before that?
Yes. Oh. Invented tracking trucks by satellite, invented small satellite dishes for other countries on top of hotels.
Are you a multimillionaire?
Yes.
Oh, you are? And did you become a millionaire from satellite or before that?
Satellite.
From satellite.
Yeah, I started off with nothing.
And how did you get it all together? Give us the story, if you will. You had this dream.
Who were you working for?
The dream actually started with going to satellite conferences where there were a bunch of engineers and saying to them, I have a better idea, I have a different idea, why don't you try to do this?
Okay.
And they would all say, that's impossible, that's stupid, satellite dishes are as big as garages, you can't put them on a car.
Okay.
And I said, yes, you can, here's how you can do it. And they said, you're stupid, you're an idiot, go somewhere else. And I heard that like 1,000 times.
Were you dressed as a man or as a woman?
As a man.
As a man, okay.
Like I was a tough-talking satellite engineer.
Okay.
Finally, I found a guy, Italian guy, Rene Anselmo, up here in New York, who had a network called Spanish International Network, SIN.
Okay.
And he had been spurned by Intelsat, the big satellite monopoly. They wouldn't carry his service. And I said, Rene, fuck these big satellite companies. You can launch your own satellites, and you can spread Spanish music throughout North America. He said, well, all the bankers say that the Mexicans have no money to pay for satellite. I said, they'll pay. They'll want to hear it. They'll pay anything to hear their own content.
Right.
So Rene backed my first company, PanAmSat, and that company eventually went public.
How much money did he have to put up to back your idea?
About $50 million.
And that's
that's a lot of money.
That's a lot
back
of money.
in the 80s, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Sure. And the fact that he believed in you is amazing. And you started, did you call it Sirius Satellite right away?
The first company was called PanAmSat. So that service was called PanAmSat from the beginning and eventually was bought by Hughes for several $1 billion.
Somebody was trying to explain this to me earlier. Your idea also was that the idea was if there's a satellite up in the sky, if you're driving around in your car, it wouldn't work. So you figured out how to put a pattern, like a figure eight of satellites up in the sky. 3 satellites doing a figure eight. And that made it so you could cover the...
So you could come down over the trees and over the buildings and stuff like that that would otherwise
that's
block
why that happened.
How'd you figure that out?
It's just constantly thinking about satellites and loving. I love satellites. I love space.
Do you dream about this stuff? Or does it come to you at night?
I dream about space. My favorite, documentary was Cosmos by Carl Sagan. He was one of my heroes, and I just dream all the time about we on Earth are just a tiny speck of dust in the giant cosmos, and I love it.
So they put up $50 million. What does he get? 50% of the company, and you get 50% of the company?
He got more like 90%. I got 10%, but that was more than enough money for me to then fund Sirius.
I see. And then what was the difference there? Sirius
had the dishes that were so small that they could fit on top of cars. So then I went up and down the Wall Street trying to get people to invest in the Sirius business plan. I went to the FCC to try to persuade them to approve the Sirius business plan.
Was NAB against it?
NAB hated it. NAB sent every single lobbyist from lawyer. I mean, K Street was emptied because all those lawyers were in at the FCC.
They were afraid of. They're still afraid of it. They're afraid of the merger. Are you for the merger?
They said I was the Antichrist.
Wow.
They said that this was unconstitutional, that this was sacrilegious.
Crazy.
They said that the Congress has written localism into the Communications Act, and because satellites aren't local, this is un-American.
So the NAB doesn't care about the consumer. They only care about keeping radio in a non-competitive way. They want the monopoly, not us.
Absolutely. It
Right.
hasn't changed for 2 decades.
Are you going to go to Congress about this merger?
If anyone asked me to, I would say it's the just thing to do because Sirius invented satellite radio. Sirius found the frequencies for satellite radio. The FCC said instead of having one great Sirius satellite radio service, we'll cut it in half and make 2 half-frequency services.
So if you invented Sirius and XM came in late in the game, how the hell did they sort of rise up before Sirius really got started?
Because with Sirius, we have a more advanced technology than XM. We use the figure 8 pattern, and that resulted in a longer lead time to build the Sirius radios. Our radios are better because basically quality takes time.
I see.
They took the fast and dirty approach to the market.
Right.
We took a little more time to get the better quality radio.
So you have to be thrilled with what's happened with satellite radio. Your invention has come to fruition.
Howard, I'm the most happy person you'll ever find because here there was something that was a dream in my head, and now thanks to you folks in particular, and thanks to Mel Karmazin, millions of people are enjoying these frequencies. The FCC should be thrilled. Nobody has done more for the public interest than this show and this company.
Oh, isn't that great, man? This is exciting time. I mean, you invented this whole deal, and here we are. We're enjoying it. And as a broadcaster, I said this to you in the hall, and I'll say it to you on the air. I thank you. If you hadn't invented this medium, I mean, the fact that I'm getting to look at this is like me meeting Marconi. If you hadn't invented this medium, I would have been out of the radio business.
I liked it better when you said this is like meeting Martine Luther Queen.
Oh, that's true. That's a whole other thing. But it's true.
Did you say that?
I did.
You're a witty guy.
But I got to tell you something. I am so grateful that you invented this medium. I mean, I am flourishing here and also able to be part of something from the ground up. But I mean, this has got to be nuts. This was a dream in your head, and now you're seeing it all come together. What is your prediction? Do you think there will be a merger?
I do.
You do?
I absolutely do. I think that, the way things work is that this was meant to be one satellite radio service. The frequencies were designed for one satellite radio service. Today, digital communication doesn't care whether it's satellite, internet, cell phone, iPod, what have you. There's so much competition. It's just stupid to have duplication of everything on XM and Sirius.
Right. Oh, this is fantastic.
Now, where else is Sirius going? Is Sirius going to the phone? Is Sirius going to do other things? I mean, is there other technology that you're working on?
Well, today I work full-time in a biotechnology company. I'm CEO of United Therapeutics. It's one of the largest biotech companies.
And that's super successful. You
and,
got into
and
that
you know
one
what? I owe that to Sirius, because Sirius gave me the money to start a biotech company to develop a cure for my youngest daughter who had a life-threatening condition.
And have you done that?
Yes, I have.
Wow.
You developed a cure?
Yes.
What was the condition that you developed?
It's called primary pulmonary hypertension, and it's a life-threatening condition that affects thousands of people. The blood vessels in your lungs, for some unknown reason, they clamp down, and no blood can get from your heart to your lungs, and people end up, fainting and then unfortunately dying.
Your daughter developed this after you invented Sirius Satellite Radio, and you said, that's it. I am now going to start a company to find a cure for my daughter.
Of course. I mean, what am I going to do? Keep, doing satellite radio when there's nobody to help my daughter? Right. I'd do what anybody would do, jump a 10-foot wall to save your own kid.
And you figured out a way to save, and now you've saved thousands of lives.
Yes.
Wow.
And your daughter's fine?
Yeah, she's right outside.
Oh, wonderful.
I hear
she's a huge fan.
I hear she's a knockout.
I love her.
Yeah. Maybe I'll love her, too. Maybe we'll all love her. You know what I mean?
Martine, I don't know if you know, it's Artie. How you doing?
Hey, Artie.
I thank you from me as well and my family. But I'm single. Me and your daughter getting together, is that something you'd be opposed to? Or
He didn't save her so you could have your hand.
You're right. That would have been a waste of time saving her.
Come on, be good.
No, but I just wanted to ask Martine, this is one of those incredible stories that is so fascinating to me. And, you go through all that hard work, that research, and you get a company off the ground. And in a way, when you found out Howard had agreed to come here, wasn't that in some ways the final step to get this out to the mass amount of people? You must have been so excited when you found out about Howard coming, because he's the flashlight on this amazing invention you had, right?
Well, absolutely. To make something succeed, the technology was a necessary but not a sufficient condition. That's how us engineers would phrase it. You needed the technology, but you also needed the content.
Right.
And all the canned music in the world is great. We all like to listen to our favorite stations, but that was not enough of a magnet to bring millions of people to satellite radio. Howard, you have brought millions of Americans to space, to the satellite radio, and as happy as you are and I am, how about the guy driving in his car that can now listen to you in Kansas and Chicago, everywhere in the country?
It's terrific technology.
How about the freedom of not being censored? One of the main reasons I want to start this company is it pissed me off that they were like these stupid censorship rules that you can't say this word, you can't say that word.
I love you, man. I really do. You have given us...
I didn't know they had split the frequencies so that they could make two companies.
XM literally copied our application at the FCC.
Ugh.
You mean, in other words, they benefited off of all of your hard work?
Freeloaded.
Freeloaded. So that has to drive you nuts.
And, well, that's why I love this merger, because I love justice. I'm a Libra. I like things to be balanced and justice. And
I'm a Libra, too. Wow. We should get together.
You two are couldn't be more different.
No, but in a way, I know. But in a way, it's like you invent, like someone invents a great game like baseball, and the last thing you need is someone that plays it incredibly well to get it out to people. And it's a merging of a lot of great creative people. It's really a fascinating thing.
It's an amazing story, is what it is. Now, are you still an owner in the company, Sirius?
Yes.
You are.
Still am.
You still have stock in it.
Yep.
Do you sit on the board?
I don't. I'd be pleased to. I'd be honored to, but I don't.
But you have a lot of shares.
Yeah, several hundred.
Several 100,000?
Yes.
Wow.
Out of Sirius's shares, unfortunately, that's not a lot.
Right.
Wow, so that's worth $50,000.
Did you sell? But did you sell off your main interest?
Yes. Yes, fortunately I did.
And you did
Because I needed that money to fund the biotech company.
Wow. And the biotech company now is a huge
Doing
company.
very well.
Yeah, it's a publicly traded company, been profitable for 3 years, growing 40% a year.
And now, one question for Siobhan, okay? Did you find that your reception in boardrooms and in offices where you have to go and pitch your ideas changed once you changed your sex?
I think it did, Robin.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it did. I mean, when I first changed and walked in, it was really funny. Sometimes, people would like spill their coffee on the table. They'd be so shocked.
Yeah, when I met Martine, I didn't know what the hell to do. Like, I'll tell you what happened. Tim came to me and says, Martine is here, who invented Sirius Satellite Radio, Martine Rothblatt. And I was like, oh, I got to meet Martine. Like,
Yeah,
what is he, French?
Martine? Is he French?
I knew it was a dude.
From another country.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about this. So Tim goes, listen, I'm just going to give you a heads up. I don't know what's going on. And, Martine, I think he goes, Martine's a guy, but he might have had a sex change operation. I go, well, what do I do?
What are we dealing with?
I said, I don't care if he converted himself into a tiger. I got to meet him.
And that's what the Wall Street people said. They said, finally, Martine, we don't care if you come to work in a monkey suit. If you make as much money for us as you did at Sirius and at Pan Am Sat, we're happy.
Yeah, because you don't really try to look super femme.
No,
you don't.
I'm just myself. I actually don't care if people call me she or he. I thought that the day after I met you, you guys talked for 15 minutes about as man and woman, was the funniest 15 minutes I ever heard.
Could you convert yourself into a tiger if you wanted to? You seem to be a real genius. Was in the operation, did that make you feel better? Were you like really upset in your personal life?
I feel really happy.
You hated your penis, or
no, I didn't hate it. I loved my penis. I still have my penis. It's just an inner rather than an outer.
I see. And you were able to have orgasm with that
Absolutely.
thing? No kidding.
Yeah, it's the difference between like a rocket ship and Krakatoa east of Java. I mean,
and a healthy sex life with your wife.
Very happy.
But where is let me meet your wife and your daughter, and at least pay homage to your great family and what you've done. Martine Rothblatt is really an incredible human being in my lifetime.
And how did you tell? I mean, how do you tell your wife? Were you open about this all the time during your marriage, or when did you have to say, look, there's a woman inside this man?
After I was so sure that she loved me so much that she'd never leave me.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
You would have gotten the operation if she would have left
Absolutely not. I love her first and foremost.
Wow.
And how do you tell your daughter? I mean, all of this is very... it's a step you don't know how what the outcome will be.
We live in a great country, and fortunately, our kids are great kids, and each of them were totally open-minded. And our family's main motto is like cherish diversity.
Wow. That's beautiful. Hey,
look at your beautiful daughter.
First, I'll say hi to your daughter. So your life was saved by your dad.
You got to be a good girl, right?
You better behave yourself.
That's right.
Yeah, I definitely have to say that I owe, my life.
You call your dad or your mom?
My dad.
Yeah, like mom junior or something.
No, I'm her dad. I'm proud to be her dad.
Right. You're the dad.
I have one mom, so I already, that position's already filled.
Everybody thinks you're real hot, by the way. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Too young for me. Well, not really.
Not really. Not really.
I got to say, Martine, you and your wife, you do something right because she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right. And that's the most important thing in the world. And you are Bina, right? Is that your name? You are Martine's wife. Now, it must have been a shock to you when Martine said, not only did I invent satellite, but I'm going to go become a woman. And you decided to stay with Martine,
Yeah,
right?
how did that happen? I mean, were you aware that anything was going on?
No, I wasn't. I was really sort of in the dark on that one.
Did you take it as an insult at first? Like, what's the matter? Don't you want to have sex with me and stuff?
No, not at all.
Really?
It didn't come across that way at all.
Yeah.
Did you ever consider leaving and going, like, you must miss penis on some level?
I didn't consider it at all.
I don't know if I want to hear this conversation.
Do you ever ask your parents what it is they do in the bedroom? I'm trying to figure it out myself.
No, I can't say I ever did. That's just one. Do you ever ask your parents? I mean,
all the time. No idea.
You can blame your father because he invented the only reason we can talk like that.
But it had to be an adjustment in the bedroom, right? You were used to having sex a certain way, and now you were having sex with a woman, right?
Well, I'm open. I was very open because I love Martine, so I'm a Martinisexual.
Right.
And so it's just we're just together. We can do so many things. So for us,
you don't miss penis.
No.
You've never said to yourself, maybe I need to go get a guy on the side every once in a while. Did Martine have a beautiful penis? Was it a terrible thing to see it go?
No,
I mean,
it wasn't terrible. You know why it wasn't
What?
a terrible thing to see it go? Because I wanted Martine to be fulfilled, to be happy, to be a person. You know, we only live this one life.
But even, I mean, as, you know, they always say, you know, I watch these documentaries, they say there is like a grieving process because you're losing something.
You lost
go through a lot. You go through a lot. I mean, it's tough because you're also forming a new personality. You know, we had to go through a lot of versions of Martine.
I don't think a lot of people would show up at my penis's funeral.
Was it weird the first time?
No one would come pay their respects.
Was it weird the first time Martine took his clothes off as that Martin became Martine, and then you saw no penis there?
Well, we did it together, so we went through the whole process together. So it was
And it's gradual.
It's
Right.
gradual.
It doesn't
and
happen
then,
overnight.
Yeah, and then the surgeries in the hospital, and I was there for all of that, and it's really.
And the first time you had to make love to Martine as opposed to Martin, it had to be very, very confusing to you, right? I mean,
it was not confusing. I think that because I love Martine so much, you know, I'm in love with Martine's soul. So it's just a different kind of love than some people have. You're talking about only physical for you. It has to be, you know, it has to be just a vagina, just a penis. Well, it's really not so with us. It's everything. Like that's it's every
love.
touch.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
everything.
real love.
That's a love of a person.
I couldn't get Dana to stay with me over a little heroin.
Oh, here you go again.
Now, your daughter's name is Genesis, right?
Yes.
That's a very nice name.
Yes.
And Genesis, do you get embarrassed at all at first when your dad starts coming around dressed as a woman? It must have been difficult for you.
Well, yeah, Martine dresses pretty unisexual, and I had to say it was probably harder when I was in school, you know, when it first happened.
I was going to say, how old were you?
I was 10.
Oh!
That's a big adjustment.
Yeah, I mean, being the youngest of four, I mean, like, I'm sure my older siblings probably didn't have as much trouble with it. It wasn't really a problem for me, but, you know, friends at school would say stuff like, oh, you know, your dad's a woman now. Are you going to be a man when you grow up and stuff like that?
Right. You know, understanding. Yes.
Where are those kids now? Where are those kids now? Because you ain't no man.
Hey, Bill, you're on the air in Battle Creek, Michigan. You're on the air with Martine Rothblatt, who invented Sirius Satellite Radio. It was a dream in her head, and she came up with this idea, and now it is a reality. Go ahead, Bill.
Well, thanks for taking my phone call, Howard. My question is, I saw something at the auto show where some newer cars will come out with Sirius streaming video. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that always the dream, too, Martine, that you could stream video?
Exactly. All we had to do is we had to wait until the digital video compression caught up with the digital audio compression, and that's now happening. So, by the way, another benefit of the merger is that if we had the full spectrum that we originally discovered and were intended to have, then we could always stream video along with audio.
Wow.
So what you're saying is when the FCC decided in their wisdom to split your invention in half, so to speak, they really kind of impeded the progress of the invention.
Absolutely. They took the light bulb and they said, okay, everybody's only going to get half a light bulb.
Right.
We made the best we could of it, and thanks to you guys, we've made a great service here. But if we can have the whole light bulb back together again, the American public would benefit much more.
Well, then you're making incredible arguments for the merger.
Jeff, you're on the air in Memphis, Tennessee.
Hey now.
Hey now.
I just wanted to say I'm a trucker, and I wanted to thank Martine deeply. That you're the best thing that's ever happened to truckers.
Thank you.
You're darn right.
But I also have a beef about it too.
A beef?
Go ahead.
The beef that I have is she is also responsible for creating the tracking device for truckers.
Oh.
Now, why are you against the tracking device for truckers?
Well, how can we run illegally if we're being tracked?
That's right. Martine, now you cut their revenue in half.
Let's go to Gary. Gary in White Plains. Go ahead.
Hey now, Howard.
Hey now.
I'll ask my two questions, and I'll hang up and listen.
All right.
Martine, my first question, how come occasionally I still lose my signal on my satellite radio, even though I am out in the open, so to speak, and not going through a tunnel or in a heavily treed area? Does the cloud cover or the atmosphere have to do with that? And my second question is, I'd like to know if if his vagina is as nasty as Siobhan's.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we'll go with the first question. How's that, Martine?
Good idea.
All right, let's go to the first question. What about losing occasional signal?
Maybe for a second or so, sometimes there can be an eclipse of the satellites. Other satellites move in front and whatnot, so that can cause a momentary break. And as regards to the second question, is like all bodies are beautiful.
Yes. All right. There
I have a question. Now
That's what I'm going with.
China can shoot satellites out of the sky. Are you going to do something about that now?
Yeah, will you blow up China?
Actually, I think the best way to handle China is to bring Howard Stern to China.
Yeah.
Hey, Martine, I was doing a little reading of books that you sent over to me. And are you working on something now with other scientists where you can create actual better human life by injecting, I think you call them nanobots, into the blood?
Yes.
Exactly.
And that we will become like superhuman?
Or like the $6 Million Man?
I don't think it's so much superhuman. We'll be able to cure the diseases that right now afflict people, especially in the 60s, 70s,
What about
and 80s.
aging? Come on, let's get to work.
Well, aging is another one of those kind of taboos that people say, well, aging is inevitable. But, and people said that you could only have terrestrial radio, and Howard Stern proved that wrong. And people said that our illness could not be beaten, and Genesis and our company has proven that wrong. And our company's motto is medicines for life. And we believe, why should we stop at, people getting the diseases of 70, 80, or 90? We can take these little satellite dishes and shrink them now all the way down to nanobot size, inject them into your bloodstream, and use wireless communications to attack cancer cells, to rebuild hearts. And to me, that's the ultimate extension of the Sirius technology.
Is that what you're working on now?
Yes.
Wow. How do you like that? Now, there's a brain.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
This is a man, a woman we should worship. And really, you are an amazing person.
You actually are the ultimate person, aren't
That's
you?
right. What is it, Gary?
There's one thing we were talking about that we saw in the notes that we wanted to ask about. Martine's working on a documentary with that guy Moog, the guy that created the synthesizer.
Yes.
Right.
And it's incredible stuff, but basically he's working on technology that can download information from your brain to a microchip so that they can clone you and then upload that information.
All of your memories will be there.
Exactly. I mean, like right now, for example, if you have a serious heart problem, they can stop your heart. Okay, actually stop your heart while they have artificial machines circulate your blood and they repair your heart. Now, why not, if you have something like Alzheimer's or strokes in your mind, why not take all of your thoughts, download them out of your brain, use stem cell technology to grow a fresh brain, and then upload all your thoughts back into that fresh brain.
Jesus
So in
Christ,
other words,
that's heavy.
Martine,
And that's like 10 to 20 years away. If we just work on it full speed, we can do it.
That's Battlestar Galactica stuff. That's what the Cylons did.
Right, but you know what? I was having a conversation with a friend of mine a week ago, and he said he wanted to be frozen because if he has a disease and he's going to die from it, he'd rather be frozen, and once that disease is cured, he would like to be brought back to life.
Both Bina and I are proud cryonicists.
Is that right?
Yes, absolutely, because
You're saying we could have high-pitch Eric forever?
Howard, with that technology, couldn't you use it for bad too, right?
Sure.
You could say like Hitler could have taken people and uploaded into their brains to hate Jews. Do you know what I mean? Like you could upload whatever information you want to a person's brain.
You could manufacture whatever thoughts you want
Right.
and have them be the thoughts of everyone.
Can you imagine the day when they could just take all our thoughts, put them on a microchip, and then give us a new body?
But you know what they could also do? If they can do that, then couldn't you upload it? It could be like the Matrix, where you want to learn something, you put it in a chip, and boom, it's yours.
Exactly. Bina says that's how she'll learn French.
I can't wait to learn French.
Yeah, because it's too hard on my own. I can't learn anything.
It's horrible.
Marianne, go ahead. We have Martine Rothblatt, the inventor of satellite radio.
It's incredible. It's inspiring. I can't believe the struggle of being a man to a woman, because I think of Siobhan, and I always worry about her. How you created this. Were you a brainiac in school?
No, we've covered that already.
That,
Irish John, you're on the air.
Good morning, Howard. Good morning, Martine. Hey, I got a question for you, Martine. If the merger does take place, do you have any suggestions on a new name for the company?
I think Martine should create the name because Martine is the Marconi.
Did Martine create Sirius? Did you name the company?
No. Yes, and also...
Why did you name it Sirius?
Because Sirius is the brightest star in the sky.
Okay.
So what is the new name you would like?
Personally, I think if we do this merger of equals, XM is a great name, and I'd be very happy to have XM as the name as the combined company, so long as Howard Stern is the #1 talent and Mel Karmazin is the CEO.
Now, what about the fact that Sirius is better known at this point in terms of the marketing scheme? XM used to be the most identifiable, and our research seems to indicate now Sirius is the most identifiable since I came over here. So maybe stick with Sirius.
How about SM?
Why SM? What is that? Sirius M, so to speak? SM.
I said, Sirius SM. Because I was like Sex M.
What do you think? Wendy the retard suggested Jessica. People seem to like that. What do you think of that? I actually think the name Genesis.
I think Genesis is awesome.
There you go. I like it.
Genesis.
Yeah, that's cool. It's Genesis.
Let's make it ethnic. How about Vinny? Vinny, I like.
How about V'ger? Like just in the Star Trek movie.
I think since Martine came up with Sirius, just keep it serious.
That's the way to go, then, I would think, because Martine came up with it.
XM is catchy, though.
XM's catchy.
You have to
but Genesis stands for a new beginning.
That's right.
Genesis, I like. I like it very much.
But you have to spell it with a J, because, that's more original.
Yeah, I like that. Your name is with a J, right?
Yes.
What do you have, a boyfriend? What's your story? You must have one, right?
No comment. Yeah.
You mean no comment? You don't like the boyfriend?
No comment with that.
Is the boyfriend a nice guy or what?
Well, it's
your parents don't like him?
Nah, it's complicated at the moment.
What's going on? What happened? What happened with the boyfriend?
Well, actually, I was married, but I'm in the middle of a divorce right now. So.
Married at 22?
Yeah.
You're kidding?
How'd that happen?
Oh wow.
Your father didn't save your life for you to go get married to some guy, 22. So now, is he becoming a woman, or is he?
Well, I love my parents, but I'm not sure if I could go through that personally. So, if that was the case, then that would definitely be the reason for the divorce.
Martine, can't you build a perfect robot for her to marry? What do we need a person
Well,
for?
we're working on that with the nanobots.
I think it's great. What's the name of the company that you're with now?
United Therapeutics.
United Therapeutics. And Martine Rothblatt. Is there a website or something people should go to?
No.
Nothing. You don't have any kind of information out there that people
Sirius.com.
Sirius.com, right. Okay, Martine Rothblatt is someone, I hail you, I thank you. You've given me a future, and you've probably given a future to all the broadcasters out there who are even protesting the merger right now. You've done an incredible job, and I know that this technology of satellite radio and the kinds of technology you're working on now are the future. It makes our lives exciting, and I think we've only seen the tip of the iceberg with satellites, and this is a great invention.
You have a satellite inside.
Yeah.
Could you broadcast?
Into my head?
Oh, my goodness. You could be, you could be in your own head.
Yeah.
You could be walking down the street by yourself and go, don't talk to me, I'm listening to the weather.
I won't need any of you. I'll just broadcast my thoughts.
Hey, Martine, is it possible to download all the drinks out of my liver and upload them all as carrot juice?
Martine Rothblatt, thank you, and your beautiful family, Bina and Genesis, thank you. We're going to take a little break.
How was that in there?
It was. Right, no words for it.
Martine. Hey, Howard, nice. Great to meet you. Can I get a picture with you?
Sure.
I can't believe. I mean, you changed everybody's career. You're incredible. I can't believe it. 1-800-MATTRE. And you know something? That was interesting because I also always wondered where the name. Why it's called Sirius.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's actually a star?
It's the brightest star in the sky.
That's amazing.
Like right after sundown, you'll see it come up, and it's the brightest star in the sky.
No, that's an amazing thing.
Can I get a picture with you, Martine?
Sure.
Yeah, I just got this digital. Look.
Oh, that's nice.
Look at that.
Hey, no beard. My beard didn't even show.
No, it's amazing. Thank you. I'm thanking you. To be able to go on and do, what I do, for a living, is amazing.
That's the biggest joy for me, that people who are great talent like yourself and Howard can now share it with hundreds of millions of people instead of going through some little FCC tunnel or just one club or something.
You know how many times he used to have to, he'd go for the button,
life's about joy. Yeah. And all we're doing is spreading maximum joy to maximum people.
No, you're phenomenal. I don't know how you thought of it, but it's amazing.
I'm so grateful to Howard and to Mel and everybody at Sirius for taking taking this technology and making it grow. Like, I planted the seeds, but you guys created a beautiful tree. Thank you. Thank you so much.
They just seem so grateful to sort of reinvent it.
But I won't yell. I'm not Alec Baldwin. Yesterday, first of all, I called into Bubba's show because it was his birthday. And Robin called in about 25 minutes into my interview to tell me that I was boring and horrible.
What?
And that I should get off.
I never said you should get off.
Well,
a mere 25 minutes in?
Well,
I was in the car.
She said it was boring, and she was turning off.
What?
Bubba was asking me questions. We were talking about various topics, including whether Bubba's son should have piano lessons, because Bubba was worried whether or not it was faggy. And I said, it is so important to offer that to a kid, music lessons. And I talked to him about that. I talked to him about some career stuff.
And there was never a joke cracked. He called in and said, happy birthday.
I wasn't looking to crack a joke.
And then went into how horrible broadcasting was in his early career and how he had no life.
That's not what I said.
Yes, you did.
I said I had no life. I said I had a neurotic compulsion. In fact, I've dealt with this in therapy. I said, I think it's strange now that I look back on it. When I got my first job in Detroit, they put me in a hotel.
Do it again.
Well, you know what? People are interested in this.
If you want to call in, Robin.
Yeah, I want to know.
I know you do. Believe me, Robin doesn't understand.
You got a touch.
Believe me, I heard Robin's interview. Well, that was interesting, and that's what I'm going to yell at you about in a minute. I will yell about that in a second.
What did you say?
I will yell about that in a second. But I was merely talking about, and I thought it was rather interesting, that I have this history of locking myself in a box, literally. I mean, what I would do when I first got a job, especially in Detroit, it wouldn't occur to me to go out and have fun or have a dinner or anything. I would go to work and then return to the hotel, sit in the hotel, and wait for the next show to start.
In Detroit?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I never went to somebody's house. I never went to, I'd invited to dinner. I would sit and wait for the next show. It shows you my whole life was consumed with this work. And the boys were asking me about my life, so I was talking about it in a serious manner.
I got to tell you, I feel sorry.
They ever even got to ask a question. He went into this diatribe about how he would never go back to his early years of broadcasting because his sucked.
I said I would never want to return to those days. There was nothing.
I got to tell you, I feel sorry for you. I really do.
But when you talk to guys,
I think you're tortured.
I am. When you talk to guys in the broadcasting business, for the most part, they're a lot healthier than I am, because you hear them and they go, back in 1980 when I was at KXRQ, oh man, we went out and we partied.
There's a bar we'd always get fucked up at.
Right, and they always had lives. And here's my story. When I was at WWWW in Detroit, I sat in a room waiting for the next show.
And then he went into how he lived at a monastery.
I did. It was bizarre.
When was that?
For the when I worked at WRNW.
I find this interesting. Monastery.
I lived in a. It is called the Cenacle up in Westchester in Tarrytown, not Tarrytown, in I can't think of the name of the town.
Portchester. Where were you?
I was in. Like around the Mount Kisco area. I can't think. Armonk. That was it.
Yeah.
And it was a cenacle with where monks lived, and were silent. And I lived there for a year. The price was right. It was $100 a month to live there.
Yeah. This before you're married?
Yes.
Right.
And I had no money. I was just starting out in broadcasting. I'm making $96 a week. How much can you afford to pay for rent? It was only you were allowed a cot. You couldn't talk, and weren't allowed to eat meat or fish or anything. You just were served vegetables. And you sat there. And I would come home. I would work all day and night at the radio station. And then I would sit in a room. It was like a jail cell. It was the size of a jail cell. And I would sit there and wait for the next show.
And then Bubba got to ask one question, which was, well, when did you start to really make some money?
And I explained to him, because Bubba's fantasy was I was making big money in certain markets, like, oh, when you went to Los Angeles. And I said, no, it's just the opposite, because I kind of made some, I think, bad deals. Because I took these stations and elevated them to #1.
Yeah.
But in order to prove that morning radio could succeed on a syndicated basis, I had to take shitty deals.
Well, look at what, one station bill. It's New York, but 50 mil from one station.
Exactly.
But it was almost like Mein Kampf listening to him because of my struggle.
Meanwhile, you listen to every word.
Well, maybe.
I said that. I said, I can't. Okay, they got to change subjects eventually.
And I'll bet.
And then what did they change the subject to? How's Artie?
All right.
And I said, I love Artie. I said, yeah, Artie's got his issues. And I reminded people that Bubba at one point weighed almost 500 pounds and pulled his life together, but pulled it together when he was ready.
488, that's right. Rough. I couldn't imagine having another 200 pounds.
But Artie, you don't understand what was going on.
This is very interesting.
Instead of that was not the conversation. No. The conversation was, Artie has a hole he's trying to fill.
No, I said to Bubba,
you must have had
again, you're wrong.
A hole.
I said to Bubba, tell me something. If you're discussing Artie's eating, I said, whether it's eating or drugs, I said, Artie always has some addiction.
I got a hole I'm trying to fill. It's on the chick from Philly.
So I said to Bubba, do you, now that you've lost weight, do you have this addiction in some other area? I was curious. He said no. The guys explained that he's more addicted to hanging out with his kid.
No, but there was a whole discussion about Bubba.
I'm going to get to that. You don't let me talk.
Yeah, I'm sure Bubba's.
Then when I was on Bubba's show, I said, psychologically, the eating, whether it's drugs or gambling or eating or something.
Right.
I said, you're hungry, not hungry literally, you're hungry for something, whether it's love or who knows, someone to take care of you, you don't know. So I said, Bubba, what do you think you were really hungry for? And I'm talking to a hillbilly, and Bubba's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I go, well.
He doesn't examine that.
No, he wasn't into examining that. He tried, but it was, obviously not the right form. So I said, Artie needs to get in touch with that. I said, but it's up to him to go to therapy, and I don't know if he'll be ready to do that.
See, we're skipping through this rather jauntily.
It sounds kind of interesting, doesn't it?
No, you were droning on.
Oh, droning.
About, oh, my poor life.
You were jealous that you were you couldn't stay out of it.
I had a horrible time.
Okay.
It was awful, and
so why didn't you turn off?
And struggled. I was like, he can't be serious.
Why didn't you turn off the radio? No, you know what you did? You had to be a part of it and ruin it.
Then from Artie's hole.
So what? So turn it off. It wasn't interesting to you. There's enough channels on Sirius.
I wanted to listen to this channel.
Yeah. Believe me, you loved it. And you had to insert yourself.
After Artie's hole, they went to Tyler's music.
And that was fascinating. He thinks giving a kid piano lessons is gay, and I said, you know something? I said, Bubba, wait a second. I said, Bubba, let me tell you something. I said, you think Billy Joel with his young wife and his jets and homes, and I said, right now Beth is on a jet with Billy Joel and Katie going to Chicago to play in front of thousands of people, and he got tons of pussy. And then, of course, Ned said, yeah, and Elton John sucked a cock. So I said, that's a good point there. So it was rather fascinating. Should this be...
And Billy's got a few holes he's filling.
And I even said, if you have the means and you don't offer your kids some kind of musical outlet, it's almost like child abuse. It's like, it's not teaching your kid how to swim. Like poor Robin doesn't know how to swim. That's a life-saving thing. Oh, you're a mess.
I'm not going to sit here and whine at this point about not getting swimming.
What I'm going to suggest to you is that it was hard for you to stay out of hearing me working with another human being.
He was so analytical yesterday. I said he must have just come from therapy.
I did not.
Because he was psychoanalyzing everything.
No. In fact, my therapist wasn't around, so maybe that's why. But I thought I was very, very astute. Very interesting.
Oh, just piercing.
Anyway, so getting on with this. So Robin calls in, and then I hung up. She gets on and drops a bombshell on Bubba's show. Now, you sat here for every day and never said a word about this. And you get on Bubba's show and you give him great radio. Now, why would you do that? I love Bubba, but why wouldn't you mention it here first?
I was calling you. You know what? I was coming home, listening to the wrap-up show. Not the wrap-up show, Bubba's show.
Bubba Love Sponge show.
You came on.
Right.
I was immediately going to get... But before you came on, I was getting out of my car to call you. And then you came on Bubba's show.
Right.
And you were doing your thing. And I said, I got to call in. It wasn't to call in to give a bombshell.
Yeah, but Robin.
And I was only calling in to talk to you.
Right.
And then I was going to get off, but you bailed and left me on the Bubba Show.
Oh, believe me, I wanted to get off that show. Even I was boring myself. I just wanted to say happy birthday to Bubba.
How long were you on?
About 20 minutes. But I mean, like, as Robin says, it felt like 2 hours. and I vowed I was only going to call in and say hi, happy birthday, and get off because Bubba's got his own thing going, his own agenda. He does a great show. You didn't need me on there. And but I don't know. We started gabbing, and it felt good to me. And then
it sounds like Robin's a huge fan of Bubba, and you ruined her show.
I did, evidently. I ruined the show.
It. Well, nothing wrong with being a fan of Bubba. I'm a fan of it too.
Interesting, but it went to the point of when when you're going on too long about how miserable. Because you have a great life in comparison.
Yes, I wasn't saying I was. I said I had a peculiar life. It was an odd life when I look back on it.
May I ask what the context was? Because I didn't hear it. It's like, were they asking the questions that kind of led you down that path?
They asked me.
They didn't ask.
Because that's what it sounds like.
You immediately launched into, "Hey, Bubba, are you one of those guys who says I wish I could have the old days?" And then you went on.
And I talked about how the old days were horrible.
And what was his answer to that?
He didn't get to.
Who cared? I was the guest.
Sorry,
I'm talking.
I think you're the same. I feel bad for you because I think you're the same person you were back then with money and fame. I mean,
but that wasn't the issue. That was not the issue. He was simply. I'm just talking about what happened on the show, and he's a very successful, very happy man.
All right, let's move on to you.
I don't think he's happy.
Excuse me.
I'm very happy.
I don't think he's
kidding. Right, let's move on to you
he's
now.
Way happier than he was.
I'm not happy this morning with you. So Robin gets on, and in 2 seconds spills her guts.
I didn't spill my guts.
Have Artie guess what the bombshell.
What do you think the bombshell is?
She's marrying Martina Navratilova.
That's a good one.
That's it.
Listen, I have no fucking idea.
Take a guess.
The bombshell. Well, is it something I could deduce logically through knowing Robin or hearing?
Maybe, possibly, yeah.
Sherlock Lang.
Sherlock Lang.
Come on, Sherlock Lang.
Oh, God.
You seem to be straight this morning. You had your subject text.
You're awake.
Come on, you should be able to do this.
Yeah, I'll be awake for about another 10 minutes. You're all boring me.
What is Robin's bombshell that she dropped on the Bubba the Love Sponge
She's getting
show?
married.
Wrong.
Okay, that's my guess. I don't know.
You know.
I know?
Try and deduce.
Deduce.
Who hasn't been around at the last couple of events?
Oh, her and Mr. X broke up.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, I did wonder why he wasn't at Cafe Grey, but you never know. I mean, people do different things. And
wow,
how long? Okay, great. Okay, now I'm interested.
Now, mind you, she now says that this has been going on a while, but she decides to spill her guts on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Well, I have a bigger bombshell.
Wait a minute. Oh,
Mr. X is dating Dana.
Oh, that would be good. Now, that's good. The two of you could jump out the window together.
I got to tell you, I'm much like Robin was with me and Dana. I'm very sad because I love Mr. X.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy.
I said to myself, I wonder if this will be the same as losing Dana, because we all lost Dana.
You're right. Yeah. No, he's so much fun at events. I think he's a funny fucking guy. Yeah.
Listen, we might have lost Dana, but we gained that hot blonde you were with.
Oh yeah.
I don't mind
There's
that.
always something to come.
She can be any hair color you want.
Yeah. And by the way, I mean, with Robin, the reason I just get upset is because here she sat, and she can't say, I didn't want to break the news to you on the air. She broke it on the air.
I don't want to bust your chops, but that is something you should say.
If you're
going to say it on the air at all.
If I'm guilty on Bubba's show of being boring, that's one thing, but to come on and be so fucking interesting.
Why not call Elvis Duran?
I was trying to help us out.
And how did it just come out?
Don't help. Listen.
Well, now I have a million questions, obviously. How long?
Well, here's what happened on the Bubba show. Howard, like I said, I didn't mean to be a guest. I was just calling to break up the pity party and get some revelry going on.
She couldn't stand to be out of a radio show that I was a part of.
Racing isn't enough.
Yeah.
So then he bailed immediately. I was like, what is he doing? He was supposed to stay. I was supposed to go.
Yeah, no, I was getting you gave me it was almost like I said, like
it
tag team.
Was a tag team.
I said, thank God. Okay,
that
goodbye.
That would have been funny if you did reveal it to Howard, but on the Bubba show. That would have been interesting.
Left.
You know what?
He
Beth
launched himself out of there and left me.
Beth was in
bag.
Chicago. She left me dinner with the turkey meatballs and she cooked a bunch of things for me. So
how come you don't invite me over for the meatballs?
I only had 7 of them, and I know you're going to eat all 7 of them.
No, wait, so that leaves 2 for you.
Yeah. So I was dreaming about heating that up, and I had the green beans, and I put some rice in there. It was beautiful.
That dream.
So I was like, I got to go eat, man. And Robin called me and
That's
went,
exactly
okay,
what
goodbye.
he said. Hey, I'm going to go have dinner. See you.
Yeah,
when you hung up from Bubba's show, did you listen to it?
No.
Or so when did you find out about this revelation?
Tim called me. Oh, well, first, Robin calls me. Because she had the guilt.
I didn't have the guilt. It was actually what I was planning to do.
Please. Then she calls me, and she says, look, I want to tell you, I said something on Bubba's show. First she told me I was boring. Then
I did not.
I know. And then
she waited till here to tell you that.
Right. So getting back to this, Robin calls me after the Bubba show.
About really?
She calls me up, and believe me, I was watching The Sopranos, eating my turkey meatballs.
Oh, you're kidding! I interrupted The Sopranos.
You didn't hear me eating while I was talking to you?
I did hear you eating, but I didn't know you were watching The Sopranos.
And I heard it was Robin on the phone. Robin's the only person I didn't interrupt that for because I was like, oh shit, the food is piping hot.
Meatballs and The Soprano. The turkey thing's a bit of a minus, but
okay, but I don't eat
meatballs
red meat.
and The Sopranos is rough. That's a good. That's
With a big
nice
sauce and a whole thing.
That's a nice setup.
And who's on the phone? Robin Quivers. And, because I got one of those screens.
I know it.
Yeah. So I go. I'm sitting and debating. I go, I want to hear what Robin's got to say because she told me I'm fucking boring on Bubba's show.
Man.
I said, but
your phone just said, okay, I'll try to find him.
I'm 10 minutes into The Sopranos.
He's eating meatballs watching The Sopranos.
I mean, I was in fucking heaven, and I'd been, I was like practically jerking off to that all day.
You should have that woman trained to go.
Would you like to leave a message?
Fuck off. Meatballs, Sopranos, do the math.
Or would you want me to find her?
Yeah. And by the way, I thought Mr. X was out of the picture because you told everyone. I had heard that Mr. X's mom might be sick or something like that. I heard that.
She is, it wasn't the biggest lie in the world.
Well, wait a minute. When did you break up? Just give me that before you move on.
We got a whole show to get through.
When did you break up, real quick? And then you can move on with the Atlantic. I'm just curious.
Well, it's been an in progress kind of a thing. The whole time one of the things I said to Howard was when you and Dana were going through it, I was just sort of sitting over here listening and saying, wow, I'm basically in the same spot, but I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wow. She basically said when you were on the air whining about Dana, Robin was kind of like, why doesn't he suck it up and be a man? And because she was sitting there whining. And I go, but he was emoting on the air. That's interesting. And you emoted on Bubba's show.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, no one's more. Look, I give it up here. You got to give me that. Heroin day. I mean, I let it roll.
It wasn't quite the same kind of thing. We weren't breaking up and making up. We were just going through a very extended,
right. Well, what made it extended though? Like, is it? Did you have a lot of
years and years of being together? You just don't abruptly.
See, some people can do that. I agree with you. I don't know how you could just say, look, now I'm never seeing this person again, because that's what some people are capable of doing.
I've done that.
I know.
Yeah, but it depends on the kind of breakup it is, too.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's, you just got to get rid of that person, that's one thing. It wasn't like that at all.
Well, obviously, my next question is, was there one particular thing that did it? Why? I mean, but I don't know what... I mean, you go ahead. It's your show. Go.
No,
we're on the Artie Lang show now.
No, obviously you say that.
It's late night at Fox, and it's Artie Lang.
I'm very curious about a bunch of things. You're friends of mine. And
why don't you two hook up, Robin and Artie?
I think that's a power couple right there.
You two lovebirds. Both looking for romance. Come on. You're on the market.
It just happened.
Robin, are you on the market, or are you just still grieving over the relationship?
I'm not necessarily on any market. My mind has gone to, well, what will I do now? But
she's at Chippendales every night.
I'm no desperate housewife. I don't have to fall into someone's arms.
I had heard some speculation that possibly Robin and Mr. X weren't together, but I said, look, Robin would tell me.
Who are you hearing that from?
People were saying, gee, Mr. X hasn't been around.
Oh, okay.
Various people around the station.
Right.
No, they're all yentas.
That's for goddamn sure.
They never talk to me, these yentas.
Right. They talk to me. And then at one point, even somebody said to me, kind of casually but being serious, that they felt Robin's race car driving was a death wish because she's so broken up about Mr. X.
Whoa. Who said that?
I'm never telling you. No.
Somebody said that to you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
When did they say that?
It was a serious conversation, and they said, would you be willing to talk to Robin? I said, look.
Another intervention you have to do.
Yeah, I said, look, my head's going to explode from all these psychos I work with.
Artie on at 1.
Yeah, I don't have time. Now you know why I'm on Bubba babbling.
No,
but I said,
don't want to give you a hint, Robin, but here's how the conversation went. I think Robin has a text list.
No, this was very serious. And someone who was really concerned about Robin.
I can't imagine who this is.
You never will guess. But a very nice person did this.
A very nice person?
Yes. And said to me, look.
Donald Trump.
I said, look, Robin hasn't said anything to me about Mr. X. I said, what? Do you know anything? Is anything going on? So, you know, it was very vague. Mm-hmm. So I was been planning, how am I going to say to Robin, what's going on here with this race car driving? So here, when she called up and made the revelation on Bubba's show.
Here we go.
It was my opportunity. So I got a hold of her last night, and I said to her, look, what is going on? You know, she makes it seem like she's not that all upset about the whole Mr. X thing.
Well, I did think the race car driving conversations was out of left field.
I had to tie it in because I had made a vow to this person that I would do it.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Because if anything happened to you and I didn't say anything, well, then I feel like a shit. I wouldn't forgive myself.
But was there one particular thing that did it? Was somebody cheating? Was
No.
It was just like, look, it's time to
We've
stop.
just gone in different directions. You know, we don't have the same kind of goals in life anymore.
Right.
And so we were just apart. You know,
That means
we
they
were
can't
just going
stand
in
each
different
other.
directions.
When you say you had different goals, what goal do you have and what goal did he have?
Well, the way we live our lives is completely different. I'm very active and outgoing, and he's, you know, quiet and introverted, and it just wasn't working.
It's like every broad in a guy.
I'll go out with him.
Every girl is outgoing.
He doesn't want to go out.
He's my guy. You're crazy to
You
give that
should
up.
hook up then.
Where is he right now? Be like, hello, Howard.
You know the greatest part? Here's when a guy's at his most dishonest trying to get in a broad's pants. When you're wooing a girl you're insanely attracted to, and she starts bitching about her ex-boyfriend going, he never wanted to do anything. I love going out and dancing. And I love that, too. That guy sounds like such a bore, you know.
Yeah, Beth's wondering how come I spend 8 hours a day playing chess.
Yeah. You know, it's
right
like,
now.
You know what? I was doing
we're Mr. X. We're like a young Denny Terrio when we're dating you.
I was doing a story about some couple that just got together and they unveiled their relationship at the theater when they went to see some show. And I remember thinking to myself, yeah, isn't that? Yeah, remember when?
Right.
He would take you anywhere.
Yeah.
Usually when people break up, they have the same goal, fucking someone new.
Romance fades. That's sad.
It does
You know,
fade.
what are you going to do? It's
So anyway, so Robin calls me, so I kind of crowbarred in a very awkward way.
It was weird.
The psychological racing with the breakup, and maybe, you know, you're very upset.
Now,
and
here
I had
I'm
heard,
telling him, and he goes, well, do you think your racing has anything to do? I'm like, what?
Well, I had heard you were very, very upset about the breakup.
Who did you hear that from?
I can't say.
Again, I haven't talked to anybody, Howard.
All right.
Who are you talking to?
Talking to people. Yentas. No one knew for sure. They were speculating, and I went.
So now I'm
Robin
very
would
upset.
tell me. Robin would tell me. Of course, she told Bubba. But she told Bubba.
Well, I mean,
that's like if I announced my divorce.
No,
on Imus.
Here's what happened. Again, you abandoned ship.
Don't make excuses.
I'm telling you, Artie, it was like
You
getting
blew it.
off. He was jumping on that lifeboat off the
Stop.
Titanic.
Don't tie in if I was a boring guest with your...
So you told Bubba because you panicked.
With your panic.
She's driving in a race car, and yet...
It's my fault, she told
it's your
Bubba,
fault.
because I was so bad of a
I
guest.
didn't mean to be on the show.
Right.
What I meant to
Who
do...
asked you to call in? She didn't mean to be on the show. You accidentally ended up on the show. You called in.
What I meant to do was talk to Howard. He happened to be on Bubba's show.
I got right off. She goes, you're boring. I go, okay, goodbye. I won't bore anyone anymore. I'm out.
Now that I'm here. So then Bubba turns to me and we start talking, and all of a sudden he starts a conversation about me and Mr. X in bed.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I am tired of lying.
About Mr. X.
Yeah, and
It
not
would have been great
being...
if you said that on the air. It would have shocked us all.
What?
It would have shocked
I was
us.
planning to, but you, again,
Me.
bailed out of the situation.
No, you didn't do it on our show.
No, I didn't want to do it on Bubba's show. I was going to talk to you, and then we would have done this.
But it's my fault.
I just called in to give you a little boost, and you laughed.
So it's that's crazy talk. King of all blacks, you're on the air.
Robin.
Yeah, king of all blacks, king of all blacks, king of all blacks.
I knew this for the longest time, and I just kept it inside.
Oh, so you're the one who told Howard
Yes.
that I was racing.
I talked to him.
How'd you know, genius?
I don't think it had anything to do with racing. This guy always was jealous of you. Always. And he just was like, it was eating him up alive how you had this, like, it seemed like an exciting life, and he was just, like, so bored, like, with his own life, and he wanted you to be bored with him. You see what I'm saying?
No.
You're fucking crazy. It took you forever to get out that analysis, and we hung with you.
How do you know his life was boring?
You don't know anything about Mr. X.
I don't know anything about him, but I know he's one of them bougie type of guys.
He's very far from bougie.
He's not bougie?
No.
You're bougie compared to him.
Yeah, you're way more bougie than he is.
It would take him about 3 seconds to beat the shit out of you.
You're practically Ireland Baldwin compared to him.
And he can fight. He's not a fighter.
What a nice reference that was.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Howard, I gotta tell you this. I know you are. I read the revenues that you made for K-Rock when you was on K-Rock in the Daily News yesterday.
Right.
Amazing. $50 million, and now they're down to like 16.
That's
the
right.
funniest thing in the world.
All right. Thank you, King.
I love you.
Love you, too. He's
King checking in.
Going nowhere.
But you know what I mean? It seems to me like when breakups happen, there's some... Like, my thing was fucking 3 months on the air of like, okay.
No, this was
we broke up.
going
Why?
on.
In the beginning, it was nothing. Then the heroin came up, and then
I learned from Robin that this went on for a while.
It's just some juiciness we're not hearing, or is it just, it's like a non.
It was kind of like, well, you know, she wanted to do stuff, he didn't, and you know, and they were just realizing they were two different people, but they still care for each other, concern for each other. But so you haven't been intimate in a long time, Robin.
No.
When's the last time you were intimate?
I can hardly remember.
Wow. Vibrator City.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
That's a very familiar sound to me.
Over a year? No, not a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Over a year?
Yeah.
Oy vey.
Because I was sort of just, absenting myself from the situation.
Well, this is good now. Now that you're on the market, we can get the word out.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, dropping loads. Guys are different, man.
I had a thought. I think you're going to move.
Well, I've been thinking about that for a couple of years, too.
I think you put yourself out there where you live now because he's there. Mm-hmm. And I never, I don't like that one bit. I really didn't. I was like, oh, my God. Like, Robin had this great apartment in the
was
city.
an odd choice where she lived. I didn't realize that, though. I mean, that's nice, though. You're into a person. That's nice to do.
Are you going to do a chocolate singles ad?
No, there's no chocolate singles anymore.
Oh, there isn't? They folded after you stopped writing your ads?
I stopped making ads.
Wow.
Why don't we all do our own ethnic, a J date for, you do a joke, I'll do a Dago date.
Dago date?
That's what they call it.
DagoDating.com?
So you mean when we had that party at your house, there was no intimacy going
Not
on?
really. I
Gee,
mean, did
thought
you
there
see
was.
us in the same place at any time?
Well, sometimes when you have a party, everyone's socializing, and they try to make people comfortable. Yes, I did, as a matter of fact. We all walked through the house together.
Right, we did, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only time, though. I think I saw him that evening.
Men are different. Me and Dana, had sex in Turks and Caicos New Year's Eve. And then it really went sour right after that. And a couple of weeks into Sirius is when I told you guys about the problems. And then we were 4 months, nothing had happened. And
sexually.
Yeah. And then we got back together. And I mean, guys, I was just so horny when I saw her. And it was really like I somehow got her into bed, even though it was clearly still over. I felt like getting laid. And then after that, it was like, God, fuck. It wasn't until last November when I met that
that's
girl.
a huge mistake, going back sexually when you know it's over.
Yeah, because then that just prolongs.
We did. Yeah. Well, that exactly, because then in a woman's mind, it's an emotional
Was it
attachment.
awkward, Robin, at your party, the house party, when you had everyone to your home, to have to fake it that you guys were together? Like, was there a discussion?
Well, we weren't, we hadn't really...
Figured it all out.
That wasn't, that wasn't, we didn't necessarily know that was going on at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we knew we had problems, but it wasn't like we were saying, oh, it's over, but we're going to stay together for this party or anything like that.
You're talking about your house down the shore party? God, that's funny because that's when I really was bitching to you guys at the table about my situation. And you were going through that. I remember really, because I wasn't.
Yeah, you were downright suicidal.
I didn't take Dana to that party, and it was odd. And I was like, I remember particularly cornering Howard and Beth.
Bob Levy is on the air. Yes, Bob.
Wow, this is great news, man. I like to be the first one to throw my hat in the ring to try to bang Robin now.
What about dating Bob Levy, Robin? Is that ever going to happen?
You know what? Again, give me some time. It will take a little while before
Bob Levy and
I'm
Robin
ready
Quivers.
For Bob.
Do you mind? I tell you, those lines of coke would look great on your black ass.
Wow.
I love the contrast.
Great.
Yes,
and I'll go racing with you. We'll be doing coke. We'll be up all the weekend. Come on, Robin. Give it a
He'll take you right down that path.
The only thing whiter than the coke Bob gets is his hair.
Did you find you're not attracted to Bob at all, Robin?
I love his comedy.
Right. Did you and Mr. X try counseling at all?
No, he's not. That's when I sort of knew that there was no, he's not into that at all. That was made clear very, very early.
I don't want to sound
in our relationship. Either a relationship works or it doesn't.
I don't want to sound prejudiced because this is true of a lot of Italian guys too. You don't see a lot of brothers in counseling.
Doesn't happen.
That ain't a man's world right there.
Yeah. All right, Bob. Well, you've thrown your hat. You're the first one to throw your hat in the ring.
All of Bubba's staff was willing to. I was in almost a gangbang before I was out of there.
Anybody
on Spice Boy?
Yeah, you've said you're attracted to this place.
Now, you don't suspect that Mr. X is with another woman at this point, do you?
It really wouldn't bother me if he was.
Oh, come on.
It wouldn't. I don't.
Oh, be honest a little
I'm
bit.
being honest, Artie. You don't know how long this has been going on. I mean, I really think we could just be friends at this point, and I wouldn't mind hearing...
Would you set him up on a date?
Sure.
You would?
Yeah. You got anybody you want to torture?
Wow. Whoa.
That's a joke.
No, this is, I'll tell you what. This is, okay, here's a great question.
Am I supposed to be funny here?
You're a scream.
Here's a great question, though. That night when me and Dana and Howard and Beth went out with you guys to Per Se.
Yeah.
And I thought Mr. X was being a riot that night.
You enjoyed the heck out of it.
I did, but Howard in particular thought he was being rude. You said, I don't care. You shushed it off like you don't care. Did stuff like that bug you? Was that one of the things that really bugged you?
Well, I put up with it for a long while because there were other wonderful things about the relationship. But, after those wonderful things start to go away and that's
here's what
still
happened.
there, it begins to be obnoxious.
I like Mr. X very much. I do. He's a very, very nice guy and funny guy, and I always enjoy being with him. But when Robin took me to this dinner at a place, a very expensive place, and you were there.
I was there. Unbelievable.
Okay. And we're sitting and eating this unbelievably beautiful meal. And he was complaining the whole time in Robin's ear as she's eating.
Well, not in her ear.
I don't want to be here. Why did you make me come to this? Oh, my God. The portions are too small. I'm having a bad time. And I went, wow. And afterwards I said, gee, I know it was done in a joking way, but poor Robin spent a fortune on this thing. And she was just trying to enjoy the evening. So it's like...
it's not like you have to eat this way every night.
Like, to me, the worst thing you could do to me is take me to, like, a Broadway show or to the ballet or something like that. But if I went, I'd sit there and I'd just, take it, if I was doing it for somebody.
You put on a brave face.
Right. So I said, gee, I don't know how Robin is... she's tuning it out, but I could tell... It must be something irking her.
But that was, that's like sort of tantamount to how different we are. I love doing that.
No, here's the difference. The difference is, even if you didn't love doing it, you would put your heart into it for the other person if you cared about them. In other words,
but and I wouldn't torture somebody to, in what they love. That's true.
That's right.
But also, there was something we did not too long ago. And we all had a wonderful time. No. We all didn't do anal.
Good for you.
I'm talking about when we went to Tampa.
Yes, that was
for
great.
Bubba's wedding. We had the greatest time.
Yes, we did.
And it was really the last, social event that Mr. X and I attended together. We took Tom and Penelope out to dinner.
Yes.
And I'm telling them all about that weekend and what a great time we had and how wonderful it was and how much fun it was to hang out with everybody and do whatever we did down there. And I said, yeah. He said, you really enjoyed it? I said, yeah, I had a great time.
It was great.
And he said, would I have enjoyed it? I said, not a second.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, that's it. We don't want to do the same things at all.
What does he do? What fun does he have?
Anymore.
He's a guy.
What does he do all day?
It's like,
he likes the Mets. He goes to baseball games. He watches baseball. He loves to talk baseball. He likes basketball.
He's a guy.
He plays chess occasionally. You know, he loves jazz. So, you know, he's always sitting with a pair of headphones on and smoking his pipe.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
Boy, he sounds like a real dick, Robin.
Yeah. Sounds like my kind of guy.
What's his number?
That's what I said. The guy's a great guy.
I mean, take away the Mets, everything's perfect.
He is a guy's guy.
Yeah.
But,
I could do all of those things.
You forget about the other hilarious thing Mr. X did. This is years ago now at a dinner. Remember, we were at some dinner, again, a Robin event. I believe it was one of your birthday parties at Union Pacific.
Right.
At Rocco DeSpirito place where Mr. X poured the water on Stuttering John.
That was great.
John's farting at the table. I still
Mr. X got up and poured water all over John, and I said, what happened?
Good for him.
He goes, he's farting on the table. I'm sitting right next to the guy.
He did have funny lines because he said, I thought he was on fire.
Yeah, well, and then somebody, everybody was with their new cameras. They had just come out where you could instantly see that digital thing, that clear thing. So Howard, it was when you had that camera. Remember you fucking went on that thing, you were taking everybody's picture.
Right.
Howard takes one of Mr. X and remember, you didn't realize what happened through the screen. Mr. X put a knife right up to her.
Right.
That's
right up to Robin's throat, and he did it so clandestine.
Yes, you wouldn't know unless you looked at the picture.
You want to know
Robin's
something?
got a
I
big
got to
smile
tell
on
you.
her face, and he's like this with the knife.
It was funny.
And we were laughing like crazy.
It was funny when I looked at the pictures because I didn't notice.
Oh, you were laughing your ass off.
But I did say to Beth, I said, you know what? I don't know about this relationship. He put a knife to Robin's throat in the picture. It can't be going well. Maybe I knew back then. Who knows?
I mean, I guess we were.
Who knows?
Beginning of the end.
Jared, you're on the air in Manchester, New Hampshire.
That was funny, though.
Howard, I think we're getting away from the issue here. She was dropping that news on the Bubba show. What is going on with that?
Look, I love Bubba. Obviously, Bubba works on my channels, and it's all one big happy family. But it would have been the right thing to do.
I agree.
To do it here.
Well, what's next?
Well, I knew there would be there wouldn't be this kind of discussion on the Bubba show.
You know what sucks? This guy had a joke that he worked on for 30 minutes, and you stepped all over it.
I just stepped on it. What was it,
What was the line?
I said, what's next? She's going to say she's a lesbian on the Pharrell show?
That's even funny the second time around. Good for you. Out of respect for the joke, I had to let you do it again.
Who's going to hit 300 first? You or Tom Glavine?
That's a great joke. I got to say, good sports reference, but fuck off and die. I got a feeling
Gary would like that one.
I got a feeling I might hit 755 before Bonds.
Jim, what is it?
Howard, hey now. First of all, Robin, you and George Lucas have anything going?
No.
Are you dating George Lucas?
She was defending him vividly.
Vividly?
Vividly.
He's like Bubba now.
Vehemently. I'm sorry, vehemently. Vividly.
Uh-oh, the calls are coming in.
What?
Everyone wants to date Robin. Hi, sir.
Hello, Howard.
All right.
I found out about you, Bob. I heard your single.
Yes, Gary, I am.
Can I come and date you, baby?
Hey, you remember when you and Robin had phone sex?
Yeah.
You guys were a pretty hot couple.
Yep.
See, I needed you then, Eric. Gary.
Whatever.
You needed me then, huh?
You want to go out with her, huh?
Yeah, we go out with her. Get me back there.
Yeah, we got to get him in here for your date.
Yes.
Have you ever dated a retarded man?
No, I have not.
You have not?
No.
Are retarded guys good in bed, Gary?
Huh?
Are you retarded guys good in bed?
Yep, they're good in bed.
Do they come into their underpants or do they? No.
When you pleasure yourself, how do you do it?
I don't do like Jeff the Rabbit's name is.
What do you do?
I rub my knee into the pillow.
I do not.
Do you mind going out to restaurants?
Will you go to the theater with
Will you
her?
go to the theater with Robin?
No.
Will you give
won't.
up? Will you give up a Met game here?
Wait a
and
second.
there?
You won't go to
I
the.
like the Mets.
You won't go to the theater with Robin?
Yeah, I'm going to theater.
Oh, you will. All right. So you're not going to sit in the house.
No.
No, you're going to go out and do things with her.
Do things with her.
Will you take me dancing?
Yep.
Because Mr. X, she says, while he was a great guy, he wasn't taking her to enough things.
Yeah, I heard about it. Someone called me, but I can't say who it was.
How would you? I got to play. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going into these commercials. I'm going to play you and Gary having phone
our
sex.
great moment. Wow, Gary, you're all excited.
Gary, will you take Robin out and eat your own shit at the table?
No.
Hey, retard!
Hey, yo, man, I got your movie. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's big with the retarded community, actually.
I got your movie, so thank you for sending it to me.
No, you're welcome, Gary.
Especially that baseball thing. That was funny as hell.
Where is?
What was the movie about? Tell us.
Something about baseball.
I sent him Field of Dreams.
Where's Robin and Gary having phone sex, Gary? Fafa.
What?
Fafa.
Papa.
Fafa fooey.
No, we're getting it. Hold on.
Yes. Fafa. Fafa.
Papa.
Baba Fafa.
Gary,
you
fucking shut up. Gary, preview page one.
Hey, he's my boyfriend. Don't yell at him.
Yeah, right.
Don't be hard at my gooping, you weirdo.
What? What is wrong with you?
Hello.
Gary.
Yes.
It's Richard.
Hey, Richard, what's up?
Guess where I'm at?
Where you at?
I'm at Robin's house.
What are you doing over there?
She's having a barbecue.
A barbecue?
Yeah. She actually wanted to talk to you. Do you want to talk to her real quick?
Yeah, let me talk to her.
Okay, here's Robin, Gary.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Robin.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up?
This is Robin Quivers.
I know it's Robin Quivers.
How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good, I guess. So what you been up to?
I hope you don't mind, but I've been telling everyone you're my sister.
What? Your sister?
Yes.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
No?
I just want you to know that I love you.
Love you too.
Yeah, right there.
Gary.
What?
I'm on the other line. You're not going to believe this. Robin just pulled her pants down, and she's playing with herself.
Yeah, I know, I heard.
Do you think we might be going a little too far?
Hey, we can go far as we want.
How romantic.
Are you having fun, baby?
Yes.
Oh. Baby. Love your titties.
Ooh.
Love your tits. Love the big boobies.
Oh, yeah, right
Love the
there.
big boobies, baby. Squeeze the milk out and taste the milk.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Do it. Squeeze the milk out. Play with your vagina. Play with your vagina.
Yeah, right
Play
there.
with it. Play with that vagina, baby. Play with it. Hey, Robin, I want you.
I want to see you twice a week. Let me warn you, I'm very good at what I do, and I'm very expensive. My fee is $70 a session.
Okay, I want you.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
No problem. It's time for me to go.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
So, take care of yourself, Robin.
Bye.
Bye. Try to keep in touch with me.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Love you, sweetheart.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
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 I think he might be better on phone sex than I am.
He's great.
Great at it. He takes right over.
You're quite a lover boy.
You hung up on me, Howard.
Of course I hung up on you. I'm done with you.
I didn't know.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, get me back out there again.
Gary?
Hi.
Gary.
What?
This is Robin.
Hi, Robin.
I just want to tell you
When you had that phone sex with me?
Right?
I loved it.
Did what?
I love you.
Love you too.
Are you naked?
I can't wait. I can't wait to come back to see Robin in New York.
I want you to lick me. When you come to New York, will you lick me?
No, I licked Robin.
No, me, Robin.
Yeah.
Lick me. All right.
Hey, Gar.
That's getting weird. I hung up on him.
Gar? Oh.
Sorry.
I wanted to keep tormenting him.
All right.
Yes,
Could I ask you briefly about today's events?
Today's events? What would those be?
Well, your big announcement that you're
It wasn't
now...
an announcement.
Oh, well, your acknowledgement to Howard.
Just talking to some friends, and you happen to overhear.
Why did you hold out for so long to tell Howard?
Because I felt it was, a rather private thing. It wasn't like a big cataclysmic breakup. We didn't have an on-again, off-again thing like, Artie was going through. Because I think that's what went on with Artie. They'd break up. They were having lots of fights. There was a lot of stuff going on to report on. Ours was just dying very quietly. And, for a while, you're not even sure. You're not sure what you're going to do, but you're not sure that you're going to break up. You're just sort of going through it. It wasn't really explosive at all.
So because it's so gradual, you just kind of pick the right moment to sort of bring it up. It's not like hey, we had a big fight last night and it's all over.
Right. No, there was nothing like that.
Now, what about some of your solicitations from some of the single members of the, fans of the show? Like
Well,
Gary
I'm
the
definitely
Retard?
going to call Gary the Retard. Definitely. He'll be getting a call from me. I think he should have the first shot.
What does it take to woo Robin Quivers?
Lots of money.
Doesn't this look good?
Is this the next couple?
I think there's something brewing here. All right, Robin. Well, was it tough though talking about that on the air because that's sort of like the...
Well, again, it was like, geez, I haven't even said we've had problems. There was no build-up. So it became like, sometimes situations would come up on the air where people were talking about, and I was like, I can't even join these conversations because I really haven't said anything, and it became like, God, I feel like I'm lying to everybody, and so I finally said, you know what, I got to stop this. I need my life back in order. I need to be able to tell the truth. So I said, it's time for me to just reveal that.
So now it's a weight has been lifted off a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, good luck with Gary and the possibility.
Are you free? No.
Yes, I definitely am. I most certainly am.
Well, let's go make out in the back room now.
Oh boy.
Hands off
Angie's wanted me for a long time.
Hands off my lady.
Let's go. Let's go make out.
I tell you, the whole Bubba crew was fighting over me last night.
Really?
This crew.
You're a hot commodity all of a sudden. Look at you.
I got a lot of email about Alec Baldwin and playing the tape and everything, and I told you I was kind of mixed on whether to
You
play
were on
it.
the fence.
I really was, and a lot of people disagreed with me that Alec Baldwin is wrong in this, but I said they're both wrong, and the kid is the victim, and I like Alec a lot, but I gotta, listen, when I hear a tape like that.
Hey, I want to tell you something, okay? And I want to leave a message for you right now, because again, it's 10:30 here in New York on a Wednesday, and once again, I've made an ass of myself trying to get to a phone to call you at a specific time. When the time comes for me to make the phone call, I stop whatever I'm doing, and I go and I make that phone call at 11 o'clock in the morning in New York, and if you don't pick up the phone, at 10 o'clock at night, and you don't even have that goddamn phone turned on. I want you to know something, okay? I'm tired of playing this game with you. I'm leaving this message with you to tell you, you have insulted me for the last time. You have insulted me. You don't have the brains or the decency as a human being. I don't give a damn that you're 12 years old or 11 years old, or that you're a child, or that your mother is a thoughtless pain in the ass who doesn't care about what you do as far as I'm concerned. You have humiliated me for the last time with this phone. And when I come out there next week, I'm going to fly out there for the day just to straighten you out on this issue. I'm going to let you know just how disappointed in you I am and how angry I am with you that you've done this to me again.
You've made me feel like shit, and you've made me feel like a fool over and over and over again. And this crap you pull on me with this goddamn phone situation that you would never dream of doing to your mother, and you do it to me constantly and over again. I am going to get on a plane, and I'm going to come out there for the day, and I'm going to straighten your ass out when I see you. Do you understand me? I'm going to really make sure you get it. Then I'm going to get on a plane, I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to come home. So you better be ready Friday, the 20th, to meet with me. So I'm going to let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are. You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?
To replay this message.
I say, Brian, you're on the air, and I don't hear anything.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
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 Hey, I'm glad you picked up because I can do this total Alec Baldwin thing.
By memory?
Yeah, by memory. I memorized the whole thing.
Hey, Artie, if I gave you the entire Alec Baldwin... Artie's got this incredible memory. That's what makes him like such a good actor, too, because he can just memorize lines. If I gave you the whole Alec Baldwin speech, how long would it take for you to...
I don't know. I have no idea.
You could probably do it in a minute, right?
I don't know if that fast I could probably memorize it. Sure. I don't know.
I'm better than Artie.
Can you take like a commercial break and know it?
Possibly.
I'm like Artie does with The Godfather. I can do it, but I mean, I'm pitch perfect. I sound exactly like it.
Here's Alec
Well,
Baldwin.
you could also do a good impression of it, too, you're saying.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's hear it. Go ahead.
Spot on. Okay. Dry oatmeal. Hold on. Okay.
You got that memorized.
Hey, I want to tell you something, okay? And I want to leave a message.
Wow, you're good. Get off my phone.
Hey, I think I got some of this down if you want to try me.
Go ahead.
All right, I got to.
You want to do it with a megaphone or?
It's up
like through a phone?
Well, I'm not. You know, it's
Give
funny.
That effect?
Let me explain my process when I work. I try to memorize it first and then get like a character voice down and try to like say it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Artie Lang doing his interpretation of the Alec Baldwin phone call.
So
to his
there are
daughter.
several steps to the process.
Yeah, and let me remind you that he is not using a sheet of paper in front of him.
This is
It takes several steps to get dirty work in The Bachelor.
I see.
All right.
The amazing part is that he memorizes within minutes. Go ahead.
I want you to know something, okay? And I want to leave this message for you right now. Because, again, it's 10:30 in the morning here in New York on a Wednesday. And once again, I have made an ass out of myself trying to get to a phone to call you at a specific time. When the time comes to make that phone call, I stop whatever I'm doing to make the call, and at 11 o'clock in the morning here in New York, you're not there to pick up the phone. At 10 o'clock in the evening, and I call, and you don't even have the goddamn phone turned on! I want to tell you something, okay? I am done playing this game with you. All right? I'm leaving this message to tell you that you have insulted me for the last time. You've insulted me. You don't have the brains or the decency as a human being, and I don't care if you're 12 years old or 11 or a child or whatever, and I don't care that your mother is a thoughtless pain in the ass and clearly doesn't care what you do as far as I'm concerned. I'm telling you, you have humiliated me for the last time. And next week, I am going to fly out there, and I'm going to straighten you out on this issue. I am going to fly out there, and I am going to tell you just how disappointed in you I am. I'm going to tell you how angry I am with you for doing this to me once again. You have made a fool out of me, and you have pulled this stuff over and over me, stuff you would never dream of pulling with your mother. You do with me constantly. Okay? And I'm going to fly out there next week, and I am going to straighten your ass out. And I'm going to make sure that you really get it. I'm going to make sure that you know what a rude, thoughtless little pig you really are. Do you understand? You're a rude, thoughtless pig. So be ready on Friday the 20th, because I'm coming out there. I'm going to tell you this, then I'm going to turn around, I'm going to fly right back home. You are a rude, thoughtless pig.
All right, I got to say something.
Oh, that was great.
Now, first of all, There's nothing like watching you work with a picture of Elliot Offen over your head.
That was pretty much. I surprised myself there.
Let
That
me
was
tell you
pretty
something.
much-
That was incredibly good. I'd pay to see that on Broadway.
You know, I'm looking at that and I'm saying that's every bit the kind of rant you would just die to see in a movie.
Now, here's why you're
at
a
the right
genius.
point.
Here's why you're a genius.
What?
You're a genius. I'm telling you. The fact, forget the memorization there.
Right.
Now, you did it in your own voice, but yet you became Alec Baldwin. What process did you go through to get to that?
I would just. Gary points this out a lot, and it's very perceptive of him. Like Fred is a brilliant guy at doing impersonations.
A mimic.
I am not. I'm not good at impressions. I'm good at mimicking. Like I'm good at getting a cadence down or picking out one little thing that might be funny about someone and just doing it repeatedly.
Yeah.
And I just try to, even at Mad TV, like I would get away with it because the impression, if it wasn't dead on, it would at least be funny.
Now explain something to me. How many times did you read that over in order to memorize it?
I glanced at it about 3 or 4 times during.
Do you read it all the way through?
The first thing I do is read the whole thing all the way through. The other thing I do is I take it by paragraph and I write down with a pen the first line of each paragraph because that's like a bullet point.
Right.
And it kicks off as long. The hardest part, believe it or not, is remembering the first line of a paragraph or a monologue, because after I get that the last word in that sentence to me can kick off the whole rest of the thing. And it's
Jesus.
like, again,
But
that
you know
what
what
I just
also?
did. The reason I get a lot of acting work in Hollywood is not producers care less about acting talent and more if you can do what I just did.
Yes.
Because you don't waste any time. And I'm like,